our image up there. I'm working too quickly, I guess. All right. There we go. So we're going to talk about the Cybertruck Trump Tower explosion in Las Vegas. We talked about it a little bit this afternoon. We're going to talk about now we're up to at least 15 fatalities in that horrific New Orleans terrorist attack. And of course, we're going to talk about Gypsy Rose, how she celebrated the 1 year since her prison release by having her baby. I think she was probably induced, and I think she chose that date, as well as the hacking farce that was used for distraction, in my opinion, and did just what it should have done, and had content creators chasing their tails, which they looked ridiculous, especially when they're saying they have inside sources that are giving them the goods. Really? If your inside sources are giving you the goods, you didn't know she delivered her baby. And even when they have egg all over their face, they just keep going because they're laughing all the way to the bank. Their audiences love being hoodwinked, and, you know, they're playing it for all it's worth. In the end, not having a moral compass and not being an ethical creator always catches up. But the short-term gains are never, ever worth it to compromise your morals and integrity. Anyway, well, let's go on to all of this and more. Jimmy just called me and told me about a shooting in Queens. So we will look at that also, as well as any other pressing cases, headlines, anything going on. Today was New Year's Day, January 1st, 2025. It is now January 2nd, 2025. And it's Sharon's birthday. Happy birthday, Sharon. I won't burst your eardrums out and sing to you, but the next time we have a panel, tomorrow we'll get someone with good pipes to come up and sing. And I believe it's also, is it also Debbie D? Is your birthday on the same day? Somebody's birthday's on the same day. If it is, happy birthday. I know your birthday's, if it's not the same day, it's around, might be the 9th. I have a lot swirling around in my head. All right, anyway, we will get that all under control. Let me get to the live chat so that I can see that the live chat is on. And also there's a short if you want to see it. We've had some storms in our area, and we actually lost electricity for just a brief second. And Jimmy took a small video about our bird feeder in the winter snow, and there's some birds there and stuff, so maybe you want to see that and see what's going on. Hi, Christine F. How are you? Let's see. Debbie to Scooter Chick. Oh, yeah, your bracelet. Please remind me about that. Gail B, hello there. Christine B, Nightbot, Video Reel, White Angel. Oh, Sassy Darcy's birthday. That's right. That's right. But I think she's the exact same day as Sharon, right? Thank you, White Angel. My mind is mush. Yes, happy birthday to Sassy Darcy and to Sharon. Yes. Yes, Carolyn, that shooting is only a few minutes away from where I'm at. Crazy. Okay, your son just told you about it not long ago. All right, Christine. Yikes. So we'll take a look at that. Maybe we'll take a look at that first since you're here, Christine. Maybe, let me just see here. Linda and everybody that's here. Okay, let me pull that up. Okay. All right. Okay, at least 11 people injured. Mass shooting in Queens. Outside of a Queens nightclub. Let's see here what we've got. We've got breaking. Let me get an image up there. And for some reason, I don't know why this is so large. Let me tone this down a little bit in size. There we go. So police in Queens are investigating a reported mass shooting at a nightclub that has left at least 11 people wounded. Law enforcement sources say the gunfire started near the Amazura Event Hall at 9112 144th Place in Jamaica, Queens, with the confines of the 103rd Precinct at about 11:30 p.m. on January 1st. At least 3 individuals wounded in the shooting walked into a local hospital seeking treatment. Numerous NYPD units have converged at the event hall area, and they've established a large crime scene. As many as 2 suspects connected to the shooting are at large. The event hall is located several blocks away from the Jamaica Long Island Railroad station. Back in April of 2024, 2 men were shot and wounded at that location. This is a developing story, so we'll see what else we can find. 2 men, 2 suspects, I shouldn't say men, 2 suspects at large. At least 11 wounded, 3 walked into a hospital for treatment. I'm going to pull up another image, which is here. And that is the Wednesday night scene, the shooting. Again, it was just shortly before midnight. All of the victims were taken to area hospitals. None of the victims are in critical condition, and all are expected to survive. Oh, that's good. A massive police and ambulance response outside the Amazura can be seen in footage on Citizen app. The Amazura has an expansive interior with a capacity for 4,000 people, and it regularly hosts DJs and live performances. No idea, nothing about what caused this gunfire to erupt outside, but thankfully no one, no fatalities, and it doesn't appear that any of the wounded are life-threatening injuries, and looks like they'll all recover, but 2 suspects at large. So we have that. It's very, very windy outside. If something should happen, then just please, understand that's what it is. Now, I just want to go to something else that just popped up for me. So we have a Connecticut man allegedly killed a mother, her infant son, over $400 she owed him for renting a car. So a Connecticut man is facing multiple charges in the deaths of the mother and her infant son. He allegedly killed them over money she owed him. New details were released about the November arrest of Lance Macho Morales, 23 years old, following his first appearance in a Hartford courtroom on Monday. Morales is accused of killing 20-year-old Jessica Mercado and her 4-month-old son, Messiah Diaz. The child's name was Messiah. In a drive-by shooting on November 19th, an arrest warrant alleged Morales opened fire on the car that the two were in because Mercado owed him $400 for using his Mazda SUV. He was charging her $100 a day to rent the vehicle and she reportedly fell behind on the payments to him. He shot her in broad daylight into the car. The exchange took place between Morales and Mercado, in which she told him her infant son was inside the SUV, and he shot at it anyway, killing them both. This is the suspect. A witness said that Morales said he didn't care that her infant son was in there. 2 other people were inside the car, but only one of them was wounded. Morales' firearm was believed to be fully automatic. A massive 4-day manhunt took place for Morales following the deadly shooting, and he was ultimately arrested in Puerto Rico on November 23rd. He was extradited to Connecticut on Saturday. Morales is charged with 2 counts of murder, assault, and other crimes, and is facing life in prison without parole if convicted. He was ordered to be held on $5 million bail during Monday's court hearing. Okay. Terrible. Okay, let's just see if we got anything. Okay, let's go back now to that New Orleans. Well, actually, let's try the Cybertruck first and see if we have any updates on that. And then we'll go to New Orleans. Tesla Cybertruck, and yes, I know it is all one word. Let me see here. Okay, let's get an image up there. Put that one up there. Hang on. There we go. Okay, authorities say the investigation into that explosion of that Tesla Cybertruck is ongoing. Fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel were used in the Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside of the Las Vegas Trump Hotel. Authorities believe fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel were all connected to the detonation system that was controlled by the driver in the Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside of the Trump Hotel Wednesday morning. The FBI is working to determine whether the incident was a terrorist attack. Jeremy Schwartz, acting special agent in charge for FBI Las Vegas office, said that the agency believes it was an isolated incident and there is no further danger to the public. A vehicle fire was reported at the hotel just after 8:40 a.m. Crews arrived to find a 2024 Cybertruck that was engulfed in flames. Las Vegas Sheriff Kevin McMahill held a news conference saying there was 1 person dead inside the Cybertruck. 7 victims were hurt by the explosion, all of whom are in stable condition. That according to Deputy Fire Chief Billy Samuels. The vehicle was rented. It was a rental in Colorado. It arrived in Las Vegas at 7:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. About an hour later, after driving up and down Las Vegas Boulevard, the truck pulled up to the Trump Hotel where it exploded with the driver in the vehicle. Surveillance video shows a driver passing by the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas about an hour before the car explodes, and then circling back near the end of that hour and stopping in front of the hotel where the car explodes several seconds later. Videos shared on social media appears to show the car engulfed in smoke and being hosed down. Police say they don't know. They do know, I'm so sorry. They do know who rented the truck. How could they not? But authorities are not prepared to release the name as they work to positively identify the person in the vehicle. So this vehicle was rented. The vehicle used in New Orleans was rented. And the fact that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. He said the glass front doors to the hotel were not broken during the explosion. See, the vehicle was rented through the car company Turo. Now that's interesting because that truck was rented through Turo as well. Okay. McMahill said it was a coincidence that the truck used to ram into a crowd in New Orleans was also rented through Turo, and that authorities are investigating. Let's see, a spokesperson for Turo said, and I quote, "We are heartbroken by the violence perpetrated in New Orleans and Las Vegas, and our prayers are with the victims and families." Okay, so the spokesperson said, "We do not believe that either renter involved in the Las Vegas and New Orleans attacks had a criminal background that would have identified them as a security threat. We remain committed to maintaining the highest standards in risk management thanks to our world-class trust and safety technologies and teams that include experienced former law enforcement professionals." Authorities have not determined any connection between the two attacks. Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo took to X, formerly known as Twitter, and said that his office is coordinating with authorities and will ensure that they have any necessary resources available. Elon Musk also took to X and said Tesla is investigating the matter. He said, "We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and/or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself." He also said, "The evil knuckleheads picked the wrong vehicle," noting that the Cybertruck directed the blast upwards and helped contain the explosion. Not even the glass doors of the lobby were broken. A guest on the 62nd floor of the nearby Resorts World Las Vegas, Galit Ventura Rosen, said that she looked out of her window to see a cloud of smoke rising from the area near the Trump Hotel and immediately began recording. "We saw a huge cloud of smoke. We didn't know what was going on. And then I saw a line of probably at least 3 ambulances and a bunch of police cars." She later filmed a crowd of what appeared to be Trump Hotel guests standing in a nearby parking lot. McMahill told reporters the investigation into the incident is ongoing, and his team is also well aware of the attack in New Orleans that killed at least now 15 people and injured dozens of others. Okay, as a result, the sheriff said they are checking for secondary devices, and there does not appear to be any further threat to our community here now, Mahill said. But obviously a Cybertruck, the Trump Hotel, there's a lot of questions that we have to answer as we move forward. Yeah, of course. Okay, now let's go to New Orleans. Okay, let me get a graphic over here. This is the way that the terrorist went over here. This is over here is Canal Street, and this little white box here was a police car that was used to block off the area. Remember, those bollards were not in place, right, as they were being part of a project for the Super Bowl. and this is Canal Street. So the truck went up here, it went onto the sidewalk, it went around the police car, and then it went down here, which is Bourbon Street, all the way down to the crash site right there. So, so let's see what we have for updates, okay? Investigators briefed President Biden, told him that the suspect had posted videos indicating that he had a desire to kill. And at least 15 fatalities now from that attack. Dozens more injured. The suspect was an Army veteran. He had a rented pickup truck and just rammed it right, into that crowd down that street and everything, and then also had firearms and explosive devices. President Biden said Wednesday night in a short address from Camp David, in videos posted to social media shortly before the attack in New Orleans that killed at least 15, the man indicated he had a desire to kill. The president said he had been briefed on the New Orleans attackers posed by federal investigators, and I told you about that one video that he had about being a property manager, and that was on YouTube, and YouTube had taken that down, who were looking into his possible ties to the Islamic State. In some of the videos, the suspect had pledged allegiance to ISIS. Remember, there was an ISIS flag with him in the truck, and appeared to be driving according to a law enforcement official who spoke on condition of anonymity. The suspect had pledged allegiance to ISIS in several videos posted to his Facebook page the night before the attack. He appeared to be driving in the videos, which were addressed to his family. Investigators are searching for links between the New Orleans and Las Vegas attacks. They're trying to determine if the man who drove a truck into the crowd in the French Quarter just after 3 a.m. on Wednesday and the man who rented the Tesla that exploded in Nevada are connected beyond superficial similarities. Both men chose soft targets on New Year's Day and rented trucks through the same budget car rental app, Turo. Okay. Officials emphasized there was no reason to believe the two episodes were connected despite the president's comments, but they have yet to nail down key details of the Las Vegas blast. Now, Mr. Biden's statements reflected the heightened sense of alarm among federal law enforcement officials who are investigating whether the New Orleans attack involved a larger cell of ISIS sympathizers, a scenario the FBI and intelligence officials have warned was a growing threat. And he said, I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to the federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and make sure there is no remaining threat to the American people. Okay, at a news conference, Sheriff Kevin McMahill of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department said the authorities believe this is an isolated incident, but they have not ruled out a connection to the attack in New Orleans. As of Wednesday afternoon, there was no indication the explosion was connected to ISIS, which Mr. Biden said inspired the New Orleans attack, but the investigation continued. Sheriff McMahill added, the police say the Tesla was rented in Colorado using Turo, an app that matches private car owners with renters. The authorities were able to trace the vehicle back to Colorado using video footage captured at charging stations. Sheriff McMahill said he thought it was a coincidence that both men used Turo. Turo officials say that they did not believe the renter of either truck had a criminal background that would have identified them as a security threat. The FBI said the driver in the New Orleans attack, Shamsud-Din Jabbar, 42, who served 8 years in the Army, died after injuring 2 police officers in a shootout after he sped a truck into the crowd at New Year's in the French Quarter of New Orleans on Bourbon Street, one of the most popular tourist destinations in the city. Let's see what else we have. Residents of Manville Street in a neighborhood of shotgun houses less than 2 miles from the French Quarter in New Orleans was awakened Wednesday morning by law enforcement officers in SWAT gear ordering them to leave their homes immediately. Hours later, several blocks of Manville and adjacent streets were still cordoned off by federal and local law enforcement, and no one was being allowed back inside on Wednesday afternoon. The displaced residents said they have received no official explanation as to why they had been ordered to leave, but they believe it was connected to the French Quarter attack early Wednesday morning. Let's get another image here. The French Quarter was eerily quiet, well beyond Bourbon Street on Wednesday evening. A 9-block stretch of Bourbon and nearby streets were closed off. They're now declared a crime scene. Carl Armstrong, a sergeant with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, parked his pickup at Burgundy and Conti Street, not far from where the attack occurred, and asked pedestrians to show an ID and hotel room key or turn around. On the same corner, a small crowd gathered in the Three-Legged Dog Tavern and discussed the attack. Say that that I told you before, the Sugar Bowl was postponed until Thursday night because of safety precautions. Let's see. The suspect has more than a decade's worth of experience in the military, the records show. He was the who the police said drove that pickup in the deadly attack, and he served in the Army from March of 2007 until January of 2015. He deployed once to Afghanistan before serving in the Army Reserve until July 2020. And he left with the rank of Staff Sergeant. 2 19-year-old college students from Southwest Florida, Elle and Steele Idelson, are among the dozens of people injured in the attack on Wednesday in New Orleans. Izal is a student at the University of Georgia, and Idelson attends San Diego State University. The FBI made public a passport photograph of the suspect, the Texas man, lifelong Texas resident, born in Texas. And like I said, there was something that I read in my research where he must have lived for it wasn't documented how much time in North Carolina, from what I researched prior. But the man is suspected of carrying out this attack. Again, born and raised in Texas, member of the military, and then had at least 2 marriages, 2 divorces. They spoke to the current partner of an ex-wife who said that he was, starting to become, I'm trying to think what he was pledging allegiance to ISIS or Islam, and had acted strangely, and one of the wives had a protection order against him, and that the children are absolutely devastated that their father did such a thing. And let's see what else. The attack is one of the deadliest in the country in more than a year. He had the Islamic State flag in his truck, as well as potential bombs and weapons. Here's his passport photo. And we're going to have to pull this, size this down. There we go. Okay, let's see what else we have here. The attacker told his college paper that he struggled to adjust to life after the military. He attended Georgia State from 2015 until 2017, where he received a bachelor's degree in computer information systems. He was interviewed for an article about the challenges of college life as a veteran in 2015, and he complained that the complexity of the Department of Veterans Affairs bureaucracy sometimes made it difficult for veterans to get their tuition and other educational benefits paid through the GI Bill, and that even a single missing signature or sheet of paper could affect an applicant's benefits. It's such a large agency, he said, you have to do your due diligence and make sure you have your paperwork together. He also said he found it challenging to communicate without defaulting to the military jargon that he had adopted during his years in service, and that doing so can make it difficult for veterans when applying for civilian jobs. There's so many different acronyms you've learned. You don't know how to speak without using these terms, and you're not sure what terms are used outside the military. He said that he spent 4 years as an information technology specialist in the reserves, running a help desk for 250 people at Fort Bragg, and that's been renamed as Fort Liberty in 2021. He had been a human resources specialist during a deployment to Afghanistan between 2009 to 2010. Military officials confirmed that he had served in the Army from 2007 to 2015, again deployed to Afghanistan, served in the Army Reserves until 2020, and left the military with the rank of Staff Sergeant. Okay, Mexico's Foreign Affairs Ministry said U.S. officials have confirmed that 2 Mexican nationals were injured in the attack in New Orleans, but they were listed in stable condition. Let's see here. One of the fatalities is Nakaira Cheyenne Dedu. At her high school graduation in May, she was a joy. For the little time we had her, said her grandmother Jennifer Smith, it's hard to believe that she's gone. The injured include 2 police officers who confronted the driver, 2 Israeli citizens, and a University of Georgia student. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, but I already told you that. The suspect is from Beaumont, Texas. He was a brother of the man identified. Oh, I'm so sorry. Abdur Jabbar, 24 years old, of Beaumont, Texas, said he was a brother of the man who's been identified as the New Orleans attacker, whom he described as a sweetheart, really, a nice guy, a friend, really smart and caring. His brother converted to Islam at a young age, but what he did does not represent Islam. This is more some type of radicalization, not a religion. And then another Chris Pausen, a retired Air Force veteran who was friends with the suspect, said that in middle school and high school in Texas, the suspect wasn't a troublemaker at all. He made good grades and was always well dressed in button-ups and polo shirts. Well, if you saw the YouTube video that he made, he sat there like he was just this great property manager, and he sat next to this big sign that said discipline, and there was a book on leadership, and yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? The New Orleans coroner confirmed that at least 15 people have died in the attack, and they're still investigating. The number could go up. Sugar Bowl game between Georgia and Notre Dame has been rescheduled for Thursday afternoon. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. local time. ESPN, which has the broadcast rights to the game, was involved in the decision. Okay, let's see. There were potential bombs found in the attack beyond just the truck, so they were going through and sweeping the area. They had bomb sniffing dogs and just going through, securing the area to make sure everything is safe for tomorrow's game and beyond. Okay, let's see. Just gonna go up here and just see if there's any other updates here. Okay, so just so you know, the man sped a truck around a police car blocking Bourbon Street at about 3:15 a.m. Wednesday morning, struck multiple people along the street before crashing. He then opened fire, and he died in a shootout with the police. The man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could, said the New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick in a news conference on Wednesday. He was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did. Investigators say they found what appeared to be improvised explosive devices in the truck, and they were trying to determine whether the devices were viable. It's not clear if any of the devices were detonated. Alethea Duncan, an FBI official, did not rule out that there could be an ongoing threat, saying that the agents were running down the leads in an effort to try to make sure there was no further danger. In a YouTube video from 2020 that appears to have been posted by the suspect, he spoke positively about his skills in a post-military career in real estate. He said he had been born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and said, "I've been here all my life with the exception of traveling for the military." Okay, let's see here. Now we go to, I want to just see if we have any other, check one more thing before we go on to our schemers. Okay. Law enforcement began searching a Houston location they believe is connected to the suspected New Orleans attacker. FBI Houston and the Harris County Sheriff's Office are continuing a court-authorized search of a location near the intersection of Hugh Road and Crescent Peak Drive. No arrests have been made at the location, and authorities will be at the scene for several more hours, according to the FBI. Earlier, the FBI said law enforcement was waiting on federal authorization to enter and search a home they believe is connected to the suspected New Orleans attacker. They had also been clearing the neighborhood and escorting people away from the area. Let's see here. The FBI will provide an unclassified briefing on the New Orleans attack to the relevant House and state oversight committees and the Louisiana delegation tomorrow at 10 a.m. Here's what's known so far. The suspect, multiple officials say Jabbar made a series of video recordings before the attack where he said he joined ISIS. The recordings appear to have been made while driving at night. He also served in the U.S. Army from 2007 to 2020. An Army spokesperson said Wednesday he served as a human resources specialist and information technology specialist on active duty between March 2007 and January of 2015, deploying to Afghanistan once from February 2009 to January 2010. Federal investigators now believe the 3 men and 1 woman seen in the French Quarter in surveillance video were not involved in placing improvised explosive devices in New Orleans, according to a law enforcement official. The FBI investigation is ongoing and evolving, and the investigators are still trying to determine if other people may have been involved, in addition to the suspect who rammed his pickup truck into a crowd. When they had a press conference, they were saying, they were very, really thought there's more. They don't believe he is alone in this. Then you had Senator Kennedy over there, saying that if they don't tell you the truth about what's going on, and I've heard rumors and I believe some of it is true, then I will be on them, what the heck word did he use? It's something that stole Christmas, he'll raise fresh hell, all of that, to, whatever. Turo was used to rent the pickup truck. Turo said their platform was used to rent the vehicles used in the deadly attack in New Orleans and the one in the explosion in Las Vegas. Turo is a company, I've never heard of it till today, that runs an online platform that allows car owners to rent out their vehicles. That is so strange. So these are just like private citizens renting their vehicles out through this Turo. That sounds really crazy. Okay. There's a call for blood donations. Let's see here. Sugar Bowl, like I said, is postponed until tomorrow. Explosive devices related to New Orleans attack appear to have been made in an Airbnb. It appears the explosive devices associated with the New Orleans attack were manufactured at an Airbnb that was rented out for that purpose. And that's coming from the Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. A house fire occurred Wednesday morning that was connected to this event where we believe the IEDs were being made. She didn't share details on how they connected the Airbnb rental to the attack. New Orleans City Council member Jean Paul Morel said earlier that the suspect was staying in an Airbnb before the attack, in which he rammed the pickup into the crowd on Bourbon Street. Okay, so we've got Turo, let's see. The FBI is going to brief Congress Thursday on the New Orleans attack. Authorities interviewing people who knew the suspected New Orleans attacker. New Orleans City Hall will be closed to the public Thursday. Biden says nobody should jump to conclusions as investigation into New Orleans attack continues. New Orleans health system calls on the public to donate blood. They need blood donations. Okay. Two visitors of New Orleans neighborhood with heavy police presence say the officer told them not to expect to return tonight. Okay. At least 15 people have died. That death toll rose from 10. We are deeply saddened by the tragic events that unfolded in the French Quarter. Our thoughts and heartfelt condolences are with the victims, their families, and everyone affected. That from the New Orleans coroner, Dr. Dwight McKenna, who says, as of now, 15 people are deceased. It will take several days to perform all autopsies. Once we complete the autopsies and talk with the next of kin, we will release the identifications of the victims. McKenna added that his office is working in coordination with the New Orleans Police Department, FBI, and Homeland Security. We remain committed to supporting the community during this tragic time in our city. That was a statement again from the coroner. A 37-year-old who was killed in the New Orleans attack texted family group chat, "Happy New Year," hours before his tragic death. And this is one of the 15 victims. And again, this is to be sized down a little bit. Reggie Hunter, 37, from Baton Rouge, was killed in the New Orleans truck attack, leaving behind an 11-year-old and a 1-year-old, according to his cousin, Shrell Robinson Jackson. She said he was on Bourbon Street with his cousin, Kevin Ball, who is currently hospitalized. She hasn't been in touch with the hospitalized cousin, but her cousin spoke with him this morning and said he was awake and asking about Hunter. The last time Jackson heard from Hunter was 12:07 a.m. when he had texted their family group chat saying Happy New Year. About 5 hours later, he arrived at the hospital. According to Jackson, he was alive when they got there. He died from internal injuries by the time she arrived at the hospital at 7:20 a.m. The doctor told Jackson his injuries indicated the truck drove over him. He had a ruptured spleen, a punctured lung, internal bleeding, among other injuries. He was not a threat to anyone. He surely didn't deserve this. None of the victims did. This is the first day of 2025, and it's a punch to the gut, Jackson wrote on Facebook. Hunter loved to laugh and tell jokes. As Jackson described multiple inside jokes the two had, he loved his kids. He loved his family. It's very sad. See if there's anything else here. Airlines warn of travel disruptions and offer flexibility to customers after the deadly New Orleans attacks. Let's see here. All right, let's see if there's anything else here. Okay. All right, let me check one other thing before we... Okay. Let's see what's up with this. Missing, seems to be a missing New Hampshire woman. Let me see here what we've got. Who is this? See if we can get a picture. Let's see, Nicole Wise, who's 29. Let's get a picture out there. She's been missing since Christmas Eve. Here's her picture coming up on your screen. 29 years old. Right there. I'll come around. Oops. Got to move back. Okay. See, she's been missing, like I said, since Christmas Day. Police are searching for the 29-year-old who's been missing from her Manchester, New Hampshire home since Christmas Eve. Nicole Wise was last seen at her home on Orange Street. She is described as 5'4", 115 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. She has tattoos of chain links on each of her wrists. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to call the police at 603-668-8711. No other information was available. Hopefully she's found. Okay. See if there's anything else pressing before we go to Gypsy Rose. Can we go in there? Some of this is so bad. All right, let's go to something. What the heck is this? Colorado police find large quantities of blood and they're now looking for 3 missing people. Let's see what this is about. I just saw this. See, I think it was right here. No, this can't be. Hang on, just trying to see if I can, something that from the release from the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. Let's just see this. I don't know why it just directed us there and it's not there. Sounds horrible. Responded to it's from a sober living home on December 19th and found large quantities of blood in multiple locations throughout the residence. They issued it to be on the lookout alert for 3 people who they say at the same time along with a 2013 Audi A4. I don't know. I can't even get into that right now. It's so much. There's so many horrific things. There's a father who was drunk, crashed the car, killed the 5-year-old, seriously injured the 3-year-old, and that's another thing. Like the children's. How can you even imagine? In Florida, man kills his daughter 5, critically injures the son 3, after crashing into a tree while drunk. 31 years old. has been arrested for allegedly drunk driving and crashing the vehicle, resulting in the death of his 5-year-old daughter, critically injuring his 3-year-old child. Toxicology report showed Cody Willis had a blood alcohol content more than 3 times the legal limit. In Florida, let's get a picture. Unbelievable. And just, kids' lives and everything it's just crazy. Here's the release from Sheriff Grady Judd. Here's the suspect. On December 31st, New Year's Eve, right? The Polk County Sheriff's Office arrested and charged 30-year-old Cody Wills, of Lakeland with DUI manslaughter, F2, DUI causing serious bodily injury, F3, and 2 counts of negligent child abuse, F2, for causing the death of his daughter and serious injury to his son when he crashed his Kia on Broadway Street in Lakeland on November 7th. Oh, it was November 7th, but this is from December 31st. PCSO traffic homicide investigators recently reviewed the toxicology report from the University of Florida Pathology Lab, which revealed that Will's blood alcohol content just after the crash to be 3 times the legal limit at 0.25 grams of ethanol per liter of blood. The legal threshold is 0.08. The following is an excerpt from his affidavit, and it is self-explanatory. On Thursday, November 7th at approximately 6:26 p.m., Cody Joe Wills, a white male, was operating his 2013 Kia 4-door passenger car on Broadway Street near Lake Parker Drive, Lakeland, Polk County, Florida, when he ran a stop sign and crossed the roadway, striking a tree. As a result of the crash, the vehicle caught on fire and Cody Joe Wills' 5-year-old daughter died. Additionally, his 3-year-old son received serious bodily injuries in the form of burns to the face. Oh my gosh. An examination of the crash scene revealed there was no obvious evidence of pre-impact braking. Based on the final rest position of Will's vehicle, extensive damage, and the short distance traveled, it is consistent that Wills failed to stop at the stop sign located at the intersection of Broadway Street and Lake Parker Drive. During the crash investigation, Deputy Justin Register responded to the Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center and contacted Cody Joe Wills in the emergency room at approximately 8:39 p.m. Deputy Register could smell the odor of what he commonly associates with an alcoholic beverage coming from Will's breath. Additionally, Will's eyes appeared watery. Post Miranda, Wills admitted he was driving his vehicle at the time of the crash and that the only passengers in the vehicle were his juvenile children, which he had just picked up from their grandfather's residence. Oh my gosh. Wills stated he was driving home at the time of the crash and missed a turn. Wills stated after the crash he got out of the vehicle and attempted to get his son out, but he fell to the ground. A stranger then came and helped. When asked about the odor of alcohol, Wills admitted he had 1 shot of Maker's Mark alcohol earlier in the afternoon at approximately 1 p.m. Deputy Register performed the horizontal gaze nystagmus task on Wills while in the emergency room, and Wills exhibited 6 clues of impairment. Wills had lack of smooth pursuit in both eyes, onset before 45 degrees in both eyes, and nystagmus at maximum deviation in both eyes. Deputy Register was unable to perform any standardized field sobriety tasks due to Will's injuries and ongoing medical treatment. Wills received a broken ankle and what was that? Acetabular fracture and multiple fractured ribs as a result of the crash and was admitted to Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center. Based on Deputy Registrar's observations of Wills and his post-Miranda statement, the affiant authored a search warrant for a legal blood draw to determine the alcohol content of Will's blood from the vials of blood drawn from him for medical purposes on November 7th of 2024. A review of the certified medical records revealed that Cody Joe Will's medical blood serum tested positive for ethanol alcohol at a level of 263 milligrams over DL. Additionally, the records document that Dr. Shannon COVID's diagnosis included alcohol intoxication as part of the medical condition at the time of treatment. The vials of blood were sent to the University of Florida Pathology Laboratories for testing. On Thursday, November 26, 2024, the affiant received the toxicology result from the University of Florida Pathology Laboratories for testing. Director of Toxicology, Dr. Chris Chronister, PhD, certified the blood sample was from Cody Joe Wills on November 7, 2024, tested positive for ethanol alcohol at a level of 0.25 grams over DL. Based on the totality of the crash investigation, the affiant has reason to believe that Cody Joe Wills was knowingly and intentionally operating a motor vehicle in the roadways of Polk County, Florida, with a blood alcohol level of 0.25. Okay. Wills was taken into custody and booked into the Polk County Jail. He will have a first court appearance hearing on January 1st, 2025. And Grady Judd, sheriff, said nothing will bring this beautiful child back to her family, nor heal the injuries to her brother or the emotional devastation that Cody Wills has caused to so many people. We know that it has been a horrific 7 weeks for this family while our detectives made sure to cross every T and dot every I throughout every step of this investigation. We are confident that we have done everything in our power to ensure Cody Wills is charged appropriately with every felony that he committed, and hopefully that justice will be served. Please continue to pray for this family. Grady Judd, Sheriff. Horrible. Okay, now we're going to go on to Gypsy Rose. Okay. So today, Ken Erker posted on Instagram and acted, or I guess I would call it, and it's my opinion, a deceptive social media post saying that, what did he say? Let me get his exact words here if he put this in here. Welcoming 2025 with the greatest gift of all. Acting as if the baby was born after the new year, which she wasn't. The baby was born on December 28th. She weighed 6 pounds 5 ounces. She was born at 9:48 a.m. on December 28th. And that is the exact same day that Gypsy Rose was released from prison 1 year ago. It is my opinion that she asked to be induced on that day. Now, apparently, Ken posted something about the baby being early but okay, or let's see here. Did you say the baby's name? Ken explained that earlier saying both of us have a fascination with the northern lights, and the proper term is the aurora borealis. Really, Ken? No shite. Oh, actually, that wasn't Ken saying that. That was Gypsy. So, it's not because of the Disney princess. Not at all. They're trying to say it's because of the aurora borealis. She added that she and Urker have plans to see the northern lights someday. After I'm off parole, we're going to go to Sweden. Oh, okay. Okay, going to go to Sweden? Okay. Sorry. You don't have to go to Sweden to see the northern lights, but go on there. Go on there with your bad self. But now, look at her scheme, right? When everybody was running around and you had YouTube creators every 2 minutes going, I'm so happy she got hacked. She's got her account back. All of that was a huge distraction just to get people focused on something else. That's my opinion, but you can call it for what you want. It's obvious to see what it was. It's obvious that you can go back and connect up the dots. But you know what? When you're listening to creators that are telling you they have inside information and that they've never been wrong, and yet they've been wrong all along, how are they not hoodwinking their audiences? How are they not playing them as fools? They're just lying to them. Oh, I've never been wrong. Well, yeah, you have, like about only 100 times already. But here it is, right? The whole time they're going on about this hacker, saying this hack was legit, and oh, this stuff is being leaked, and oh my gosh, chasing their tail. None of it was true. And they don't care, obviously, because if they're getting the clicks and views, they're laughing all the way to the bank. They don't care. Yet it's obvious they wouldn't care about, because they're lying. If they have an insider, you want to ask yourself how they wouldn't know that she was having a baby? So then you've got two choices, right? They either didn't know anything and they lack critical thinking and really thought that was real and decided to post about it every 15 minutes, or they 100% knew it was a farce but figured their audience wouldn't, and they'd buy it hook, line, and sinker, and they'll post about it every 15 minutes, and then go on and say they have an insider, but they didn't even know about the labor, birth, or anything, right? So come on. But people will just still, some people just want to believe anything they want to believe, and it's pretty crazy. Okay, let's see there. How there's something there. Hello, Ruffles. Thank you. Happy New Year, Carolyn. Thank you, Ruffles. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. So that's the farce over there on that one. And in my opinion there, that's exactly what that is. And yet, I'm sure there's another 40 videos made by those same creators. So let's see. Anything else? Hi there, UHP. Hello, Bucky Ann's Creations. I don't see Bucky. Oh, I'm in top chat. I don't know why I'm in top chat. Why am I in top chat? Hello, Heart Made Wise. Okay, so hi Super Chat Cat, how are you? Hi Frilly Farmhouse. You just left that area in Colorado yesterday morning? Oh, wow. Yeah, I did the Cybertruck explosion. I guess you guys are behind a little bit, or I'm behind a little bit. I don't know. All right. So, any other questions or anything about anything that's going on? It's crazy. It's been a crazy 24 hours, hasn't it? It has definitely been a crazy 24 hours. And we're having like the storms and crap going on, so I don't know. I just hope we do not lose our power. The wind is very, very strong, and we lost it for a brief second before the auction, and I don't know. Yeah. Kevin, he runs my entire house. Interesting. Hi, Captain Lee Fan. Happy New Year. Captain Lee Fan. How are you? How are you? Ooh. Your sons were off for 10 days. So we had family time. Well, that's great. Wonderful, wonderful. We had a lot of family time too. Wonderful. It's always good. Always good, except if it's bad. No, I'm just joking. I'm telling a funny story. Somebody said they were reading about something about New Year's traditions or folk tales or whatever, right? And somebody said you're not even supposed to sweep your floor on New Year's Eve, I guess, or New Year's Day, or take a bath or clean anything because you'll wash away the luck. So I was laughing because I was cleaning my stove, right? And I said, okay, but at least I didn't sweep the floors. And then to make sure we didn't wash away the luck and didn't mop our floors, we had our dogs coming in and kids tracking snow all over the place. And then let's make sure we get some sticky stuff on the floors to really tack that luck down. And I'll take all the crumbs from the stove and put them on the floor, and then we'll track them down to make sure we really have that luck down. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow we can sweep and mop the floors. At least we held that luck down, right? That sounds like a good plan. I've never heard that at all, but yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, what else was I going to do? I was going to do word cookies, I guess. I've had a couple of videos up today besides the auction. There's a short up. Please take the time and check that out. All right, let me get the word cookies. Just shut a little bit of these. Okay. It sounds like a good excuse not to do housework. Yeah, right? Oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. Oh, the pictures. Yes, okay, hold on. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so got some pictures here. Hang on. So everybody's been talking about drones or things outside their windows up in the sky, and Debbie D has seen some things that I'm going to show the pictures. I'm not saying that I know what they are or anything about them. I don't. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Tuesday. Let me see if I have the ones from Tuesday already in here. All right, let's see. I believe. Okay, so this would be from these are the. That's zoomed in. That's from Tuesday. And you can ask WD any questions because she's in the chat there. Here's the letter C. And then, let's see, she sent me some tonight. Let me get those. Okay, let's see. Look at clouds from both sides now. Okay, this one. All right, I think that's all of them. So you can put what you think. And Word Cookies is still waiting for us. Okay, let me get to the live chat. Clouds from both sides now. Okay, let's see what they're saying in the live chat. They said, I have not seen many pics or something. Okay. WTH says Ruffles. No, it didn't scare me at all. Some said this was Venus. Definitely not Venus. UHP says, Kevin, it's been handled. Miss Carolyn has it, the test. The rest I will handle through the forum. What's the matter? I will have her forward to me. What? What are we talking about? I will ask Carolyn to forward it to me. Kev, I'm going to shoot you an email. Let me see what's going on here. Kev, Hal runs my entire house. Oh, Hal. Oh, yeah, Hal. Is that what you're talking about? He runs your entire house, Hal does? But he can't do laundry and stuff. I'm sure he doesn't. I need a team of Oompa Loompas. If you design those, design little robotic Oompa Loompas that sing and do tasks around the house, but that they're not insanely expensive. Like they would be affordable to the average family. That would be so helpful, and you wouldn't need an entire team. I think I could do it with 4 Oompa Loompas. Oh, okay, Kevin. All right. You hear that wind out there? It's like a tornado. Dorothy! Dorothy! Dorothy. Dorothy. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do you got? Grit? I thought we just had grits and another one, you know? And then there's got to be grip. Right? And one more, which is going to be hurt. Yay! That was the first time I looked for help. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Okay, sorry, I don't know what's come over me. Oh. Wow, all of those are not even in there? Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Wow. What happened, cabbage? Because we're just talking about stuff. We're not even playing the game. Anger. Oh my gosh, there's nothing there. Oh my gosh. How are these not in there? This is stupid. I already tried greet. Oh my gosh, greet and green are not there. Can you believe that? Teenager, Kevin says. Very good, Kevin. I tried Grant. He's not there. Tried it all. No Grant. No Greet. No really smelly feet. I don't know. It's not there. What are you saying, fancy peas? What? What are you guys talking about, fancy peas? Baby peas. What? How are you talking about fancy peas? I've already tried green. It's not there. Jean. Ah, Jean is there. Jean, Jean, you know who you are. Generate. Oh, that's very good. Who would think they could get teenage and generate? Oh, wow. Very good. Negate. Yeah, maybe. Yes, Carolyn. Baby peas, food. Why are you talking about baby peas? I don't get it. At the airport, and then it... What? I don't know. I tried greet and I tried great. It's not there. I tried grand and everything. It's not there. Oh, there's It's Bink, finally. Thank you, It's Bink. You never came back after New Year's ever at all. And you never responded about the auction. Helen, we were talking about what people eat for New Year's. Oh, okay. Try them again. Try what again? The words? The what? Gnip Gnop. Remember that game? Gnip Gnop. Gnip Gnop. Oh my God. I already tried read. I already tried that. There's no way. Can't be a treat. There's not an extra T. Right? We can't do that. Oh, no, no, no. Grant, I've already tried that, I believe. I don't understand. I got all these words and they're just extra words. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. Oh, painted black. Where is she? I don't see painted black. Oh, there, I see her. I see her. You missed the auction. Everybody was missing. Oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? Did you try agree? Yes. Oh, you got a little pregame? Oh no. I'm so happy that everyone is glad to get. Yeah, well, you never listen to us anymore. What is this? Come on, genre. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh, look at, I already did anger. It was an extra word. No, not you. It's being scooter. Scooter is the shooter. Eager. Hopefully this is it. No, it's an extra word. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. No, there's no regret. I already did great. Or maybe that was on the other one. Let me see. Uh-huh. Oh, this is so crazy, I tell you. It's crazy. I think I tried eater. Yeah. Oh, it was eaten. I got it. Oh my gosh. That was unbelievable. Your aces, Joni. That's good, because aces beat kings. Not in Hollywood. You know what that is, right? That's good. Because aces beat kings. Not in Hollywood, Joan. Not in Hollywood, they don't. That's good. Because aces beat kings. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I already covered that. Scooter and Bucky, you need to rewind. I've already covered that tonight. Scooter and Bucky, you should be paying attention. What? Sued. Oh, there we go. What? Timer. Okay, metric, yeah, metric, that's right. I got remit. I got it. my goodness. Merit. Very good. Very good. Plain it black. Emit. Yeah, that sounds like it might work, right? Very good. Item. Very good. Oh my goodness. Iota. Very good. Until, yeah. Okay. Why is she yawning? Because I'm tired, Scooter, and like, I'm just exasperated. What do you have? Avian. I was looking at that. There we go. Great. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Liar. 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 Oh boy. I tried lifer, it's not there. Fickle. Very good. Oh boy. I think that's it. I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I think that's it. I'm gonna go to bed. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Good. See you later. Adios. Love you. God bless. Be kind. Be good.